Welcome to another session of Scratch. Today we'll talk about making a game based on an existing game. So let's start. Click Open, and here under Projects, click Games, open the Games folder, and then select Pong. So here you can actually read about this game. A simple Pong game, and here's some instructions on how you can play this game and how the author made this game. So just click OK. And you can quickly play it by clicking the green flag. So basically you move the mouse and hit the ball back. And so as soon as the ball hits the red bar, the game stops. Okay? So that's the rule of the games. And we notice when you have the ball clicked, a script will show you what the ball is doing. Here it says that when the game starts, the ball will be moved to a certain location, and check if it touched color red. If it touched color red, then the games will be stopped. Also, when the game starts, this ball will forever check if it's touching the paddle, and if it is touching the paddle, then it will play a sound of water drops, and then it will change directions, and here's some randomness. Okay. And also, when the game starts, this ball will keep moving. So here are the three pieces of how the ball is controlled. What we could do is to change the look of the ball. So say I don't like this ball. I wanted to change it to some other different kind of balls. So what you do is that you click Edit, and you click Import, and then make sure that you pick the ball that does not have any red in it, because once you have red, you might have unexpected behavior, because the rule of the game is if the ball hit anything red, then the game will stop. So let's click. Okay, just click OK, and restart the game. So now you successfully swapped the ball with the basketball. Okay, so to make the game even more challenging, next step is to make two balls, and this is actually pretty easy. What you do is that you right click this ball and you click duplicates, then you can click this new copy. You notice that its script is exactly the same as the first ball. Okay, but they will move differently because there's this random degree here. So let's try it, and they will actually move in different directions. And slowly they will move in different directions. Yes, slowly they'll move apart because the randomness will kick in as the time goes on. Okay, all right. So let's stop the game. Now let's add score to this game. So to do that, you have to create a variable. Go to your left panels and click the variables. Then click make a variable. Right here, just type in score. It will actually just give your variable name, and just pick for all sprites for now. There are two options. You can create a variable for all sprites, so all sprites including ball, paddle, and sprite 1. They can all see the score, or for this sprite only. And notice this sprite meaning the sprite that's been selected. Currently it's sprite 1. So I want to create a variable that's visible to all sprites. So I says all sprites and click OK. So once you click OK, all the relevant blocks to the score will show up right here. And what I want to do is that whenever the ball hits the paddle, I want to increase the score by 1. So let's go to the ball. Let's add the logic in ball. Okay, so here it says we already have a block that checks forever if touching the paddle, then it plays a sound water drop. So not only do we want to play a sound and change direction, we want to increase the score by 1. So we drag this block out, change score by 1. Same goes to the other ball. Now you see the score shows up right here. So you can start by playing the score will go up 1 every time you catch the ball, as 13, 14. We've demonstrated how you change the score every time, or how you keep a score for your game. The next step is to set the level. So say you, after you hit a certain score, reach a certain score, your level changes. So to do that, we have to change the stage. So let's click stage. Currently there's only one stage, one look, and it's just pretty straightforward. White background, red bars. And we want to add something to it, but you want to make sure that you keep the red bar. Okay, and so click copy, and we want to change. Okay, and then okay, so red bottom. Let's make this one the level 2 games. The stage for level 2. So now we're just gonna create 2 level for this game. I'll click edit. We want to add something to it. The easiest way to add something to it is import. And we don't really want to import backgrounds, so we want to import things. So you can go up, and when you click this up button, you go up to the media folder, and then there are, in the media folder, there's costumes. So select costumes, and there are many things. So I wanted to add some things, and for example, I wanted to add also something that's not red. Otherwise, if the ball hits these things, the game will stop as well. So cheesy puffs, I want to add this cheesy puff here, and you can grab it anywhere you like. Okay, and you could put it in the side or right here. Okay, and then click OK. So, and we want to make sure that when the game first starts, it would actually be this costumes, or this stage that's been shown, not the one with the cheesy puffs. So make sure your stage is selected, and go to click scripts, and right now there's nothing in your scripts. So go to control, drag out when green flag is clicked, and then when the game starts, I want the stage to look like the first one, which is red bottom, just red bottoms, which is the blank one. And so when the game starts, the stage will still look the same as the plain one. And what I want to add also is, you add a when the green flag is clicked, then you wanted to keep checking if the score is above, let's say 20 points. If the score is above 20 points, then I want to move to the next level. So let's go to, in order to do that, we need to go to variable. We need to go to first go to variables and drag out score. Okay, and keep it in the scripts area so we can use it later. And then go to go to numbers and drag out this thing, box is greater than a box, and put it in here. So forever I want to check if something is greater than something, and I keep my score in the first one. So I want to check if the score is greater than, you can enter 20. That's what I said in here. So if the score is greater than 20, I want the costume to change to the next one. And also I want to reset the score. So every time when the game starts, the score will be reset. And we can reset it anywhere, but let's reset it here. When the game starts, the score will be set to 0. That's, this is the show you can change this. I've changed the score, the rule to be, the score only needs to be greater than 10. So okay, so you see that the score is greater than 10, and as soon as it hits 10, the background changes. This is a simple demonstration of how you move from one level to another. I hope you enjoy making this simple game.